All right, everybody, let me show you the outrageous number of hoses that I have to have running on this car now. Let's start with the oil accumulator. My new Moroso oil accumulator. All right, so behind there, let's see, you can just make out the top of it, an adapter for the stock oil filter. Oil comes out of there, runs to this hose here, all the way to the back to my remote oil filter. All right, goes in here, comes out there, goes back, runs to this. This is a one-way valve, only lets oil go this way, and then it goes that way through that hose back into there, into the motor. And my oil accumulator here, it's way overkill. It's 3 liters, but and it's set for 40 psi. So if the engine drops below 40 psi, then it shoves all that oil into the motor. Okay, so that's those hoses. Then there's fuel line here into the motor. This is a like a steam line, and this hose here runs back to this. There, that's where it runs into. There, and that is the highest point of the motor. So if there's any error in the system, it gets shoved into here, which then pushes water down through this hose back into, you can't quite make it out, the other side, the thermostat housing. And then I have another hose going from the thermostat housing. There's 2 of them. These ones, they go from the thermostat housing and that side of the motor into the factory oil cooler. There's a factory oil cooler there, and so that's those. And then of course I have my return radiator hose, and this is the radiator hose, this one, and this one goes to the rad. And then my fuel cell's back here. This is just a vent, but that is a return line from my fuel pump. There's my fuel pump there and my fuel regulator there. That's a return line. So then this is from the fuel cell to the fuel pump. And then, yeah, you already saw that one going into the motor. So lots of hoses, but I don't know if I should label them or what. I think, I have a pretty good handle on what they all do, but I just got to make sure that none of them are rubbing on anything else or we're going to get cut on anything. It's running! Oil pressure's good. Not making any noises. Doesn't have blow-by. Everything is looking really good.